The summer wind came blowing in from across the sea. It lingered there to touch your hair. Walk with me. All summer long we sang a song and strolled that golden sand to sweethearts and the summer wind, because it's 20 degrees out. So I needed to do that. And yes, when I came in, I saw you guys. I saw the conversation that had already taken place before the stream started. And yes, you guys are correct. I fully believe that a lot of the reason for removing the dislike button was because of all the dislikes that YouTube's own rewind videos get. And that is the ultimate bitch move in potentially in the history of social media. But let's see. Let's go through a list of who's here. Wolverine and Big Green and Krusty and Morgan. And I know I saw Philip here earlier. FBI agents in, now James Smith. First wave negativity. Not the cool whip. Whip. Curtis, the custom motto of the internet. How you doing? Oh, thanks, Cool Whip. Oh, sorry, my eye is burning. My eyes always burn now. You're right. Until you said that, I didn't think of it, but looking in the monitor here, I'm starting to get that custom motto look to me. Fortunately, I still look more like Thanos. Nothing against Cuss, but Thanos is cooler. Wano's been fantastic, Eddie. Absolutely fantastic. Philip has licorice. Licorice is something I got to be in the mood for. You know what specific licorice candy I do like, though? Are the black jelly beans. You guys like those? That's like I don't know about you guys, but in our family, those are like a flashpoint for fights as to who likes them and who thinks they're disgusting. And the only time you can get bags of just the black ones is around Easter. So I should be looking for that now. Those are good. But even then you get tired of them after a while. It's one of those things that's really good. Maybe that's why they only put them around at Easter. It's like, yeah, you can't take too much of this shit. I like them. Rosa says, Curtis, someone killed Putin just now. I saw it on CNN, Fox 10 minutes ago. If they agree, it's probably right. Looked up Putin banged by Rule 34 rifle. Come on, Rosa. R34. I know what that's got to be. Big Green says, okay, Phil is officially the worst person in the stream for having licorice. No, I cannot concur, Big Green, because there's always the potential that somebody in this stream has American cheese or mayonnaise, which is a million times worse than licorice. Trax says, my favorite bald-headed old man on YouTube is back on stream. Good to see you. You're looking good. Well, thanks, Trax. I like to think, I'm kind of GQ. Every goddamn year, though, when those, like, People Magazine and all those different awards come out with sexiest man, I always get nosed out. I don't understand it. Licorice is not disgusting, Morgan. Stop that. Hey, Jack. I concur because of the evil within Phil's heart. It's not fair because you have background knowledge. Oh, Lude, stop it. I have mayo on American cheese. Oh, I fear no man or God. Yeah. And you guys, you guys know me. I'm always hyped and pumped up and everything, but I'm not exaggerating when I talk about that. I mean, just reading that, gave me almost a chill. Oh, God, that shit's so gross. Philip says, red licorice, pull and peels, or Twizzlers or nothing at all. Yeah, I'm with you on. Yeah, I like all those. The pull and peel, the pull and peels are really good. I like those. How'd you come up with that? Wank says, my dick is like a balloon. Clowns like putting it in their mouths. That's pretty good. I'd say I got to remember that one, but I won't. Lude says, God, I can make you feel a certain way. Oh, Lude, seriously. Again, there's no exaggeration. There's no playing it for laughs with that over the top. That genuinely gives me the chills. Rosa says, Curtis, you're sexually gratifying. Well, thank you. And I think you should be taken off of YouTube because this platform is for family-friendly content. I find it gross that you're allowed to continue to stream here. I can't disagree with any of that. Maybe not for the same reasons, but Wolverine says red licorice is gross once you go black. Now, I like red licorice here or there. Yeah, but I still got to stick by that. My favorite are the black jelly beans. Gabe says, "Oh, I've heard that one. What's blacking at the top of the staircase? Stephen Hawking after a house fire." Of course, I think we covered almost all the Stephen Hawking jokes, didn't we? When we had that stretch, we had like what 2-3 months where like every stream was Stephen Hawking jokes. Ed got that started. I still remember. He just because Ed always he'll pop in every so often. Ed always had great jokes anyway, and he was always telling them to us. And he told a Hawking one day, and for some reason it started the ball rolling. Get it rolling because he was in a wheelchair. So he okay. James Smith said someone said they love pickle and peanut butter sandwich. Ooh, and he was offended and surprised everyone thought it sounded gross. Yeah, I'm not a pickle fan either, but even though, I mean, pickles aren't up there with mayo and American cheese for me. I could eat a pickle, but who the fuck? Oh, pickles and peanut butter? And he found it odd that people wanted to vomit. Oh, Arbiter's Ground says Christian has been sent to a mental health clinic. Unfortunately, I see someone trying to get a job there just to bully. Well, I hope not. You would hope they screen that. The Peacock documentary is going to be amazing. This is the end of Christian. You know, the thing of it, too, is Arbiter, I mean, just as a total outsider to the whole thing, of course, it just seems like I've always said he really doesn't seem to be in control of his faculties at all. He really is somebody who should be looked after in some way. Life is just gonna end really poorly for him otherwise. You would think. Ashley says, "Hey, my favorite YouTuber, have you tried watching Fire Force yet? It's such a good series." Everybody says that, Ashley. The shows we watch over, because most all the anime watching I do is over at the Goosh, our Patreon, and they're voted on. Now it has started to get traction in the nominations and the polls we have. I think it'll get there. I think it will eventually get to the top at some point. Morgan says, "I expect birthday sticky stuff." Goosh Goose, happy birthday, Morgan! Oh yeah, well I'll make sure there's some of the sticky stuff at the end of the stream. And don't you guys intercept the birthday sticky stuff. Has like little streamers in it and stuff, and those little what do they call them? I was gonna say those things you put in your mouth and blow, because that makes it sound like sex. The noisemakers there. I'll make sure there's a little of all that mixed into this. My sticky stuff is very versatile. Rosa says, "Curtis, when I told my friends that I'm racist, everyone accused me of hating black people. That's not true. I just drive cars. Please help." I've heard that one too, Gabe. That's a good one. That's a classic. Why don't black people go on cruises? Not falling for that one again. Blow because of sex. Right, Jack? Listen, this is the witty, upper level, cerebral humor you guys are tuning in for. I know this. Morgan says, "Hell yeah, that's why I show up every Friday." I would rather eat pineapple pizza than licorice. Really big green. Ugh. See, and that's, I told you, that those black jelly beans, those licorice jelly beans, start wars in my family. We've got pretty much equal representation on both sides. And fortunately, I'm still the biggest. But I'm getting older. Eventually, I will be overwhelmed. Excuse me. Let's see. Sentient Lawn Chair says, "Which orifice does sticky stuff come out of?" I can't divulge that. I don't want to do anything to damage anybody's perception of the aura and the mystique of the sticky stuff. If you say mystique and do this, it just makes it more mysterious. Just thought you guys should know. I saw that one over at the video we just posted. How many DBZ characters does it take to change a light bulb? Only one, but it takes them 5 episodes. Yeah, for any of you guys, because we know notifications are like, what? Susan doesn't bother with those. There is a video. If you got a good joke that you want to contribute, make sure you look at the video we just posted and post it in the comments. David says, you know what's a banana split? Well, we're going to use your booty. I got to break it in half, put some corn chips up there, some corn and some ice cream. I'm coming at your fat ass. It sounds like a party, to be honest with you, David. Sounds like it might be a good time. Drew says, hey, Curtis, are you going to see the Batman movie? Do I want to? Yes. With my schedule being the way it is, will I get to? I'm never sure. I do want to see it. I'd like to see it in the theater before it streams. But I am interested, yeah, because I really wanted to see the Jackass movie too, and I wouldn't go unless I could go with Brax because he likes watching those with me, and schedules just never worked out, so I didn't get to go see that. So I never say for sure I will, but do I want to? Absolutely. Marty says, as a Finnish man, I am deeply offended by your hatred of licorice. Not mine. I like licorice. It's these heathens in here. I call you guys heathens like I'm not the ultimate heathen. Twilight Batman, yeah, pretty much, mister. I'll tell you though, I never thought he was a bad choice. It's one of the reasons I want to see it. I'm not a Pattinson fan, but when they said him, his look, his demeanor, it's like, yeah, I could see that. Excuse me, guys. I don't know what is with this eye. Damn. Philip says, had to put flooring down today and yesterday. Oh, that's a rough job. On your knees all day. It's on your knees all day because that's what hookers do. My brother's coming home from Iowa for spring break, bringing his new girlfriend. Mom wanted to make a good impression, so flooring it was. Yeah, that is rough work. Flooring is rough. Anything like that, flooring, carpeting, all that shit. Oh, really? I don't remember that, Blue Blade. I might have missed that one. Brandon Rogers as Sam said the black jelly bean is the worst one. Oh, I hate being on the opposite side of the fence from Brandon Rogers. I love the guy. But it's not him. It's Sam that said it. And Sam is 100% absolutely incorrect on that. Oh, I don't know what got Stingy on. I don't know what he's talking about. He says, it's all right. It only vaguely tastes like a felony. I've had some taste of that. Mr. says, yeah, he was not a bad actor in Twilight per se, I guess. Yeah, I didn't think it was bad in the, what I watched of Twilight. It was the direction and script of the movie that was pretty bad. I completely agree. When they made him have to sparkle, that's when I stopped watching. Because I like vampire shit. And then they got to that, that pivotal scene where he's telling what's her nut there about how he's going to show her what happens to the vampires when the sunlight strikes them. And I'm like, this is going to be awesome. His skin's going to fucking melt and shit. And it's going to be all creepy. And he goes out there and he starts sparkling. I was like, yep, okay, I'm done. And I turned it off. Sentient Lawn Chair says, what's the difference between Paul Walker and a computer? I give a fuck when my computer crashes. Come on. Big Green says, can't believe there's so many licorice lovers in here. Disappointed. I will never believe, Big Green, that wasn't a fuck up. I don't have anything against Kevin Sorbo either way, but I think them trying to play it off as him goofing is just that. They're playing off. He read it as a line from the script. Mr. Andrew says, just rewatch your Assassination Classroom reaction. I got all teary-eyed again at the end. Yeah. Oh, shit. S-Class has a phenomenal ending. Phenomenally emotional ending. I enjoy the hell out of that show. That was Koro Sensei is one of the great anime characters. Excuse me. Oh, I was going to tell you guys, too. Listen, I'll probably post something about this. What do you guys think? Because we got our core group here. Oh, hold on. I'll ask you just a second. Let me read AZN's. Man takes 3 guys hostage in a grocery store. He tells the guys pick their favorite fruit. Tells them to shove it up their ass, I would imagine. If you can do that, you can leave. One dude cries, choose watermelon. The new Netflix special, Stephen Hawking Unplugged. Oh, David. Poor Stephen. We've been doing a lot of topical stuff and everything at the channel, and today's video kind of got me thinking about it. I don't know. I'm starting to think that maybe I'll enjoy it more. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it more. maybe it would just be a better thing on YouTube. I'm thinking of switching the channel, at least for the immediate time being and maybe forever, to just fun and funny stuff. Wouldn't it? I mean, I like talking politics and stuff, but I've got the Rumble channel. There's other places we can all go and do that. What do you guys think? Wouldn't it be fun, especially since it's Spaz Boys comedy, if every time I post something, you could just click on it and know that it's kind of an escape? It's going to be something fun, something funny, something hopefully to make you feel good, something like that. In making that video today, as silly as it was, it got me thinking about that. I really enjoy that. I really enjoy when people come in to the comment section or whatever, and they're just like these streams are another good example. And just there to have fun. And it does, for me at least, it does let your mind escape, because everybody's under pressure. Everybody. The world is under significant pressure right now. I don't know. What do you guys think of that? Nacho says, now I want an edit of Edward singing Shiny from Moana. James says, yes, just fun stuff. What was David Bowie's last hit? Probably Heroin. Come on, Ben. Fun. I'd agree with that. Just skip 90% of political discussion or real world crap, so I'd like that. Hey, this channel always makes my day. I thought so. I'm glad you guys... Morgan, how many potatoes does it take to kill an Irishman? None. I can't hear what you're saying as I'm at the pub, but I'm sure it's a great idea, Lixa. Lixa, I like that. I like Lixa's just blind devotion in that respect. She's just like, yeah, whatever you said, that works. But she is at the pub, and she may have had, in fairness, enough drinks that everything is a good idea. Yeah, Philip says, I like our discussion of politics, but yeah, lately it's been overshadowing everything on the channel these days. And I got thinking about that, Philip. And, there are other means. I certainly have the Rumble channel to post videos there. When I get the opportunities to go hang out in the Discord, we get to talk about that shit. I can even post videos to the Discord and stuff like that. But I don't know, it just seems like it would be fun for everybody if, no matter what it was, every time, on those rare occasions that Susan sends you a notification that I posted something, it would be something fun. Or again, I was even thinking of stuff because I was thinking of expanding on it. I've told you guys before about the woman with Down syndrome who we provided full-time care for the rest, for the last 15, 16 years of her life, Susie. Susie was a pisser. Oh my God. And I've got so many great fun Susie stories to tell. I thought this would be a fun time to tell Susie stories, do things like that, joke things, still do the try not to laughs. Cause again, they're just fun and goofy. I don't know. It just seems like that would be, I think I would like having the channel recognized that way, where people know you can just click on one of the videos and it'll be something that hopefully distracts you. Because even when this gets settled, the Russian invasion of the Ukraine and everything, there's one thing the last 3 years have taught us: there's always going to be fucking something. Always. And maybe it'd be nice to just have escapism from it. Tingyan says, I am of the personal belief that you can have fun in any situation or conversation somehow. I would agree with that. But I think I would, well, you guys know that. I would totally agree with that. But I think it's certainly more difficult for everybody to have fun in certain conversations. Because even when we have the political conversations and stuff, I don't think they're not without their fun elements. But what I mean is, I think I would like to have it to where you could just click on any video at the channel, and again, it's going to be something that you don't even have to look for the fun. It's all it's about. Oh, and you know who's going to come ruin that would be that asshole Golden. Well, I don't know. He's entertaining in a psychotic kind of way, I guess. He's fun in a sick, twisted, psychotic way. Drew says, Curtis, your channel is always my escape. It helped me through so many hard times. Like, well, I appreciate that, Drew. That's very kind of you to say. And I will say too, Drew, the sheer number of comments I've got along those lines of what Drew just said, and honestly, it's been a lot between here and the Goosh, is also what started pushing me that way. It's like, if this channel can actually have a positive impact on people in that regard, because again, it's just, life is always challenging, but just lately it seems like it's over the top coming at us. That I don't know. That's what I would like, I guess, its legacy to be. Jesus Christ, Freddie. What's the difference between an apple and a baby? When I bite the apple, I don't get a boner. What the? Bad Freddie. Bad. Yeah, I've heard that one, Morgan. I like that one. What did Cinderella do when she got to the ball? Gagged. And Wolf says, I love Nirvana. Sucks Cobain's career ended in a bang. James says, I'm Monkey King, if you remember. I originally came to your channel to watch Trying to Laugh videos with you and Brack shortly before you started DBZA. Oh, very cool, James. Oh, yeah, Monkey King. I do remember that screen name now. You were with us regularly in the comment section. I remember that. AZN says you could react to King of the Hill. It's a funny series. I've King of the Hill, I've seen, I would say, maybe 30 to 40% of the episodes they posted. So it's a series I know. It's a funny series and getting a reboot. Its humor is so relatable. It's super funny, especially the guy Hank. Yeah, like I say, I'm familiar with it. You know, I like I like Boomhauer and the conversations in the alley there, drinking their beer and everything. Yeah, I enjoy that. And Bobby is equal parts annoying and empathetic. And Mistress says, Curtis, I agree with the only fun content, like anime and funny stuff. Politics is really not a depressing subject. Well, that's true. Even when it's not, it can be exhausting. No, I agree with that. And Lude says, we've been slacking on some Try Not to Laughs. Yeah, true. Plus, there's content we never got back to, like Rustage. I'd hope to get more back to that than focusing on news that's already all around. And that's another part of it, too, Lude. It's like, there's so much, as Lude alluded to, there's so much topical content that, again, that just reinforces the idea that maybe it's more fun just to have an escape. And it makes it convenient for me too. Like if I'm gone somewhere, if I can't be sitting here and creating videos, if it's just to make silly stuff to try and make you guys laugh or try and make you guys just have a couple moments of fun, I can do that anywhere, anytime by just pulling out my phone and, you know, taking videos of my disappointing junk or something. Yeah, I wonder about that, because, okay, full frontal male nudity is not allowed on YouTube, but what if it's really, really tiny? Is that offensive to anyone then? I mean, shouldn't there be like certain number of inch requirements? Because I'm sure I'm under them. David Chapman, I can't do a good Hank impression. I can't do any impressions anymore. God damn it, Bobby. What did I tell you about putting Peter Pan peanut butter on your balls and getting the dog to lick it off? Big Green says, that was our first stream interaction, Curtis. Was it? I didn't remember that, Big Green, about Sorbo. And yes, I agree with you. I do not think that was some kind of in-joke or whatever. He fucked up his line. I think so, too. And again, I could be wrong, but I've always thought that. And again, it's not because I'm trying to shit on him. I don't have anything against Kevin Sorbo. I don't care about him either way. But I think he thought that was the fucking line. Who says, if it's tiny enough, it basically censors itself. That's where I'm at. How can they call that offensive or anything? It's not big enough to be offensive. Yeah. Mr. says, Susan does not approve of your junk. She only likes naked Karens. Oh, no. And he's alluding now. I know he is, Jack. No one says, what's the difference between a baby and a can of Coke? I don't violently shake a can of Coke. I'm not a monster. My wife used to get pissed at me. Of course, from the time Braxton was little, we've been attached to the hip. I told you guys, I took a pay cut at work and everything just to have hours that meant, or a work schedule that meant I could spend more hours with him and stuff. And so I'd be sitting there holding him when he was little, and I'd say, come on, let's play Shakin' Baby. And I don't know why they used to piss my wife off. So, of course, I would do it regularly then. Oh, Vin, why do women always have sex with the lights off? Because they never like to see a man having a good time. Wow, Morgan, that one is deeply dark. How did the cops know that Ugh. How did the cops know Princess Diana had dandruff? They found her head and shoulders on the dashboard. Get it? Because her head and her shoulders go like that. Oh, you guys are brutal today. King Solaire of Astora. Astra says a hot girl walks into a bar. Two guys see her, and one says to the other, "Man, if I had a daughter like that, I'd build a basement." Jesus Christ. Philip says, interesting fact that I recently learned. The reason all the dudes in porn have big dicks is because apparently they're easier to film. Actually, having a background in videos, yeah, that would be true. Less worries about angles and stuff like that. It's going to be impressive no matter what. Yeah, I get that. Big Green says, yeah, I wouldn't mind this channel being more fun focused. I mean, you know what I think about politics already, but that topic specifically is so draining and depressing. I think so. And I don't think, I just, well, if the last few years have taught us anything, it's that kind of crap doesn't seem to be going away anytime soon. And I mean, even on top of that, even when you don't have a global pandemic or a war that is on the precipice of World War III, life is challenging enough even then, before we add all that to it. Yeah, first wave negativity. I don't get what you mean, Curtis. Watching civilians scream as they get eviscerated by bombs is my favorite form of entertainment. It's hard to even watch. Even beyond the human destruction is just so sad to see the before and after pictures of like the cities in Ukraine and Vin says the daughter asked her mother, I know this one. Mom, how do you spell scrotum? Her mom replied, honey, you should have asked me last night. It was on the tip of my tongue. If it's on the tip of her tongue, though, Mom's doing a hell of a job. I mean, she's getting right into it and doing what needs to be done. Big Green says, yeah, maybe things will calm down a bit, but it won't get too much better. No, and I think, as I said, just judging from the feedback I get from you guys, I think people just tend to appreciate that more, even in the best of times. We always all deal with a lot of shit, and we don't know what anyone individually could be, the worst of times in their life. And it just seems like if that were just the case, if it's like, okay, I can go to the channel and just start clicking on videos for an escape. It just seemed like something I would like to do. Yeah, Mom is definitely doing her job, Jack. She got that on the tip of her tongue. I respect her greatly. James says, even beyond Ukraine, there's just too much negativity and violence. This channel is a getaway. I agree. I'll make especially with you guys being receiving it this enthusiastically, I'll make a video for the channel just telling everybody basically that we're shifting gears. And it's not a huge shift of gears anyway, but I just would just saying how much more fun it could be if I could get Susan off my ass. I'm still debating. I probably shouldn't tempt disaster, but I like doing, like, for instance, addicts, try not to laugh with you guys. And I still say, and I would hate to do it, don't know if I can afford to do it, but I still say, if I sued YouTube over having that warning on my channel, I would bet you money I win. When you can prove 100% without a shadow of a doubt that other people have the exact same content up with no restrictions, and I have an action taken against my channel that, and see, the thing is, if you want to sue somebody for punitive damages, you have to prove where they're hurting you financially. You can do it easy enough. You can say, listen, there's a lot of us here that do reaction videos. Try not to laugh. They're all having the opportunity to make more money. Not that there's much of it at YouTube anyway, but we don't tell that to the court. Make more money than me, because I've been told that I'm not allowed to post the same thing they are. If it weren't for the inordinate expense, I would have sued them already. It just pisses me off so much. And it's not just me. It's just that they do this type of thing to people constantly here. Oh, my cock is very small, and that's the screen name, not just me, with an admission. What do Pink Floyd and Princess Diana have in common? Their last big hit was The Wall. That would work with Dale Earnhardt too. What? Yeah, I like that. I'll have to remember that for my NASCAR fan friends. Madman, what do you call receiving anal sex from Dwayne Johnson against the prison shower wall? Getting stuck between a rock and a hard place. Getting stuck indeed. Oh my, in the most fantastic and fabulous of ways. Wolverine was answering a question. Please react to Peter Griffin versus Homer Simpson rap battle. Yeah, I'm not, Boomer, I'm not looking for, especially now with what we were just talking about, I'm not looking for anything new as far as recommendations. As far as reactions, there's several of, I hate my stupid brain. The group, the Young Black Kids from Texas, guys, what's their channel name? I love those kids. I think they're so freaking funny, and they've had several titles come across. And I don't watch them initially because I want to do a reaction to them with all you guys. RDC World 1, Jesus Christ! I don't know how that wouldn't come to me. I've got a bunch of theirs backed up. I want to do. Yes, thank you, Lude. It finally came. Thank you. Brandon's tougher for me, only because you see what you guys know his type of content, and we already see that Susan is, or somebody in Susan's operation is looking for reasons to come at me for community guidelines. So that one's tougher for me. I did see that. Yes, Chad Zielinski asked Putin to have a one-on-one in person, but not from 30 meters away. That was a nice little dig. USAult says, when are you going to make Goosh Goosh live action? You'd be surprised, USAult, how difficult it is to get actors for that project. Especially catchers. Pitchers is not as big a deal, but... I'm no good, Mo. Lost Ranger says, title of the video, time to get extra weird, huh? Well, if anyone is extra weird, it's Curtis. Still love you, man. Yep, I take that as a compliment. And as a point of fact, without a question. Freddie says, what does dark humor in a hospital have in common? Oh, I'm scared to look at the punchline. It has a lot of sick people and dead babies. Yeah, truth. USAult says, I volunteer as a tribute. That's a great series of movies. That whole series has a lot of fond memories for me because it was just something Brax and I did together. We really enjoyed the series, so we watched every single one of them in the theaters. We'd make it a point to go to the theaters and see them together. So that was, a lot of fond memories for that. Mr. says Jack is volunteering for catchers. Oh, Mr. Meow. John F. Kennedy was the president with such an open mind. It's a shame what happened. Oh. You're all naughty. Jack says, when are we going to become a Pornhub challenge? I've been waiting for almost 7 years. Big Green. That's a comment you never expect to read, but is fully acceptable here at Free for All Friday. He says, dead babies are so funny. Morgan says, guy walks into his bedroom with a duck under his arm. Says, this is the pig I've been fucking. His wife says, you idiot, that's not a pig, that's a duck. He says, shut up, I was talking to the duck. Oh, That one, oh, Morgan. Oh, I gotta applause a little. That's a good one. I was talking to the duck. I'd never heard that one. I like that one. U.S. Alt says JFK wasn't shot. His head just did that. Well, that would be like, what was that movie, guys? Got that legendary scene, Scanners. The movie's name was Scanners, where the guy's head just explodes. When that first when that not I don't know if it first came out, but when we first had home video, I don't. It might have been on Laserdisc. No, I think it was VHS. I got that movie, and me and some friends of mine went through it frame by frame. You didn't have the high frame rate that you do now, but went through it frame by frame, trying to figure out how the hell they did that shot. Shot when his head explodes. We never did figure anything out because we're not really that smart. Philip says, I once had a lass with a nice round ass, leaving little crop circles where she sits in the grass. She's sweet and kind and tends my need, and no grass will grow where I plant my seed. That's right. Now that's some poetry I can get into. I wish I could just spray blood from my head like that. Big Green says, good trick, Mr. President. Indeed. He should he should have just stood back up in the back of the seat and gone, ta-da. America used to have such talented presidents. I know, Lude. No, nobody's been, since JFK, nobody's been able to repeat that trick. Oh, did they, Big Green? He said, didn't they make some kind of making of where they talked about how the head explosion worked? I would love to see that. Because again, like I say, frame rate back then wasn't much. But we did. I still remember that. We're all sitting together at my house in the living room. We're just going frame by frame by frame, trying to figure out how they did it. Lost Ranger says, when I watch that scene from Scanners, I usually want some hamburgers. Yum, yum, yum. In fairness, I always want hamburgers. Of course, just keep that goddamn American cheese off it. I kind of like that, Wolf. Roses are red, violets are blue. I have a gun. Get in the van. That's pretty good. Oh, Visual FX guy. That one's brutal, too. Jesus. Why do orphans play GTA? Because it's their only place they'll ever be wanted. What the? Oh, that is brutal. Tingan says, oh, okay, I got to go home, play more Elden Ring. I'll see y'all later. You guys, man, you guys are really got me thinking about Elden Ring. Everybody's going on and on about how amazing and, well, I was going to say addictive it is, and I can't afford to get addicted to a game. I just don't have the time. I know Nux was just saying the other day, Nux Taku, I guess he lost like a week of getting anything done. He got so tied up in Elden Ring. Jeez. You guys are really getting my interest peaked. Yeah, exactly, Boomer. Dark joke is like food, not everyone gets it. Stalin. Yeah, I agree, AZN. Putin needs to do his best JFK impression. I completely agree. Jack says, oh God, don't do Elden Ring. I'll die every second. I don't know, Jack. Again, I really can't. I just don't have the time for it. But it's been on my mind more and more that I would really like to be able to just try. Everybody's talking about how great it is. Yeah, Mr. Nux is an awesome guy. Great dude. I really enjoy Nux. Fun guy. I don't know him, obviously, personally. I just know him through chatting with him on social media, but great guy. Morgan says, what's the difference between Hitler and Michael Phelps? Phelps can finish a race. That one I've heard. That's well put, Milag. Elden Ring is just Dark Souls, but George R.R. Martin was involved. I love the George R.R. Martin episode of South Park. It's all about the penises. Nux is funny, yeah. Oink says I can spray blood from one of my heads. Oh. Jack says, why don't people find it weird when they see couples carving their names in trees? Why do all these great dates have people taking knives on them? That's a good point. I never thought of it that way. How many of those relationships also ended with a knife involved? Inquiring minds want to know. Oh, Wolverine. Kids are like missions. Abort, abort, abort. Come on. Phyllis says, I once had a lass with a figure fair with hourglass curves and chestnut hair. She says, pay up if he wants the rest, so I left my pearls upon her breast. These are good, Phil. I like these limericks. Unfortunately, guys, I gotta go. I had to leave early today. I gotta go out, and I gotta be. Yeah, it's 2:09. I gotta be somewhere at 2:30, and I gotta be there by 2:30. Guys, I apologize for it being abbreviated, but thank you so much, not only for hanging out with me on Free for All Friday, but giving me your support on the idea with the channel and just turning everything into fun. Everything into fun, silliness, and basically, I should say, just turning everything into an escape. So, if somebody's stressed out, if somebody's just had enough, and I want anybody to be able to just click on a video here and escape. And that's what I will be focusing on from here on out. But speaking of focusing on, this was a great This was a Free for All Friday that is indicative of the beauty of the Free for All Friday. All the Free for All Fridays that have come before. And let's not forget, it's also Morgan's birthday. Happy birthday, Morgan. And so again, within this sticky stuff, this happy-go-lucky, awesome sticky stuff, there will be some streamers, there will be some confetti, there will be some sparkles, and there will be some noisemakers. Please do not intercept them. Well, yeah, everybody can take one noisemaker just to celebrate Morgan's birthday, but leave the rest, the streamers and everything, for her. Come on. We got to have sticky stuff decorum here, because pumpu, sticky stuff for you, sticky stuff for you, sticky stuff for you, sticky stuff for you. Sometimes the noisemakers hurt coming out. Sticky stuff for you, because we'll bang, okay? Flashing like Buggy, and as always, most importantly, and it's always festive and worth celebrating. Goose, 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 ha, goose.